Surprise announcements at San Diego Comic-Con from Marvel. Let's talk about them right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I am your host, Frank Zenka. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. If you're looking for anything that I have written in the past, you can check out the description below. We'll have the link to my Amazon page. And we're going to talk about what's happening at Comic-Con. But before we do, remember to give me that like, give me that thumbs up. And if you can subscribe to the channel, please do. Also, Mark Spears, who is an artist for Marvel and DC, does cover art. He did a whole bunch of art for classic monsters. And we're going to be doing a card game on Kickstarter on August 5th, right after Gen Con, if you're going to Gen Con at all. In the description below, you'll find a link to the sign-up page on Kickstarter, where you'll be notified of the launch, so you can take advantage of the early bird specials, etc. We are also doing figures this time as well. They'll be doing free printable figures for all orders. Anyway, just get the description below. We'll have the all the information there. All right, so let's jump into San Diego Comic-Con. Having the Russo Brothers back for the next two Avengers movies, I like that. I like the Russo Brothers. I think that is probably a good choice, as we already know they're capable of doing comic-accurate stuff and maintaining the integrity of the source material, especially when it comes to the characters and their past and their general personality, dramas, all the things that made them who they are, without going completely off book like a lot of the Disney Marvel stuff is doing and has been doing presently. I don't think that they feed into agendas, and the more we can keep away from that, the better. Especially now when we see what Deadpool and Wolverine can do if we stick to the source material and comic-accurate characters. With that being said, the other announcement, the one I really want to talk about, is the reveal of Doomsday. So it's Avengers Doomsday, which I don't know why they would call it Doomsday. I mean, I know because of Doctor Doom. However, you also know that we're doing Superman in DC, which eventually Doomsday is going to come out as a title, and now it's going to get confusing. So anyway, so we do have Avengers Doomsday, where we're going to have Doctor Doom. However, Doctor Doom is going to be played by Robert Downey Jr.
Now, listen, if we're going to bring Victor Von Doom to the screen, and he is one of the more complex characters in all of comics, right, Kevin? I mean, this is and potentially one of the more entertaining characters in all of fiction. If we're going to do this, if we're going to bring him to movie theaters worldwide, then I think we're going to need the greatest actor in the world to play that character.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
Robert Downey Jr. New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
The internet, from what I've seen, has been very split on the reaction to this announcement. Some people are very happy about it, and half the people are going, what? What? How the hell is that going to work? Because, of course, we had the send-off of Tony Stark. Nobody's going to forget the fact that Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man. So there have been rumors, of course, already, or speculations, that though, because on the announcement, they said that he is playing Victor Von Doom. He is not playing Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. You know, because even in the Ultimates right now in Marvel Comics, there is a Doctor Doom, but it's Reed Richards. It's a different version, but it's Reed Richards. It's not Victor Von Doom. He's just in the Doom armor. But they actually said Victor Von Doom. So, how is that going to work? Where he's not Tony Stark. So if he's an evil version of Tony Stark called Victor Von Doom, it still wouldn't equate, right? So he wouldn't have a different name. When you go into alternate timelines or alternate dimensions or whatever, you're still called the name. Your name isn't changed. So your origin may have changed where evil Tony Stark, that's one thing, but they didn't say that. They didn't say Tony Stark at all. So if that's the case and he's playing a completely different character, which is fine, but is it going to be like Judge Dredd that Carl Urban did, where he's going to be, or Robert Englund for that matter, where his face, or even Longlegs with Nicolas Cage, where he's going to be in prosthetic, and we're not going to actually see his real face in the entire thing. It's not going to be an origin story. It's simply, I'm here, my face is messed up, even though there have been different iterations, kind of like with the Joker. How is the origin story of Doctor Doom? It's changed, where sometimes his face is completely burned and sometimes he just has a scar. But the fact that he's so vain, even with a little scar, he put on the mask because he was imperfect. So it goes in both ways, but if you're going to have Robert Downey Jr. play that role as Victor Von Doom, then I would suggest burning his face up completely. We never see his face. He's always in prosthetics. And we just put thing, and he's just a totally different character. Now, how is he going to react to that? To the fact that he's such a big star that he's like, no, kind of like Sylvester Stallone, you'll have to see my face. Because Sylvester Stallone played Judge Dredd before Carl Urban, and he refused to keep the helmet on throughout the whole thing because he was a superstar, and you have to see my face. So if that's the case with Robert Downey Jr., then I don't understand how it's going to work. The only way it can work is if you never see his face. Or you see his face, but it's completely prosthetic, where he's no longer recognizable. So, and again, that's what Nicolas Cage did for Longlegs. You never saw his real face. In fact, I was sitting with people that didn't even know Nicolas Cage was in it after they saw it. So, or even what they did with Monster with Charlize Theron. You couldn't tell that was Charlize Theron with the amount of makeup effects that she had on. So maybe that's the case, or I guess there's been tons of people that have done creature effects and things like that. We've never seen their face. But again, how is Robert Downey Jr. going to react to that? And it's unfortunate because, as everybody knows who's ever watched my channel, I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. Even though I don't collect the comics anymore because they've just been bad. I started collecting old stuff. I started getting the old John Byrne stuff because I wanted a Fantastic Four fix, but I didn't want to read the really bad stuff, so I went back to the old good stuff. But yeah, so I am a big fan, and I can't abide what they're doing with the new Fantastic Four movie. And you can call me anything you want, but Pedro Pascal is not Reed Richards. He never will be Reed Richards. And I'm Pedro Pascal'd out anyway. I mean, he's even going to be in the new movie with Gladiator. Gladiator 2. Not sure how that works either, but he's in everything. I'm tired of seeing the man. I mean, they just keep hiring him for everything. Whether he fits the roles or not, Pedro Pascal's got to be in it. Oh, we're doing something about the Nubians? Oh, yeah, look, Pedro Pascal's got to be in it. Oh, we're doing something about Greek gods. Oh, Pedro Pascal's got to be in it. I'm tired of it. So I will not be going to see, not to mention the fact that they gender swapped Silver Surfer for no reason. They're just messing with it too much, and I have no desire to see it. So if they're making an appearance of Doctor Doom in that, I will not be experiencing it, unfortunately. That means that whatever they do with Doomsday, if that other Fantastic Four is in there, I'm kind of checked out from Marvel, I guess, until they go back to comic accurate characters versus the hiring of actors. And that's why I was kind of excited about the Russos coming back, because they care. And they have enough power to go to Feige and say, no, we're not doing it that way. We're going to do comic accurate. We'll see what happens with this. But I am interested to see how they're going to make Robert Downey Jr. work, and if he is going to have that monster ego that will not allow him to be completely covered up for an entire movie. I guess we'll see. All right, well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. Were you one of the people that were excited about the announcement, or you thought, no, it was just a cash grab? These guys are, Disney is tanking Marvel so badly that they needed some kind of boost, and the only way to do that is to bring back the member berries. So let me know what you guys think. All right, remember to give me that like, give me that thumbs up, ring that bell ding ding, and get me that subscribe if you can. Also, remember that the links below will have my Amazon page for stuff that I've written for both novel and graphic novels. I'm also on Audible with Destiny Aurora. And remember, too, that on August 5th, we will be launching Mythlords, but you can sign up right now to get notifications of when we launch, so you're reminded, so you can take advantage of the early bird specials and things to that effect. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Check out some other videos before you head out, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great week, guys.